How long would it take for a human to walk around Mars? Humans have long been fascinated with Mars, and NASA has ambitious plans to send astronauts to the Red Planet within the next few decades. Given Mars lacks oceans or other bodies of water on its surface, could astronauts feasibly walk around the Martian planet? If so, how long would such a journey take? Essentially, we need two pieces of information. Erdal Yigit, Associate Professor of Astrophysics at George Mason University specializing in planetary atmospheres, explained. These two pieces are the velocity, speed and direction, of the astronaut and the distance traveled. If walking along the Martian equator, an astronaut would need to cover about 21,400 kilometers to complete one lap around the planet. Traveling across the poles would shorten this by 160 kilometers, but the extreme cold at the poles would present a greater challenge than the harsh conditions elsewhere on Mars. According to Yigit, the velocity of the astronaut would be around 5 kilometers h, which is also the average walking speed on Earth along the equator. Although Mars' gravity is only about 40% of Earth's gravity, Yigit does not anticipate a significantly different walking speed on the Martian surface. Like any long-distance walker, astronauts would need to carry a large supply of essentials such as oxygen, water, food, as well as wearing bulky spacesuits. If an astronaut were to walk continuously around Mars at the aforementioned speed, the calculation would be straightforward. Simply dividing the distance by the velocity, the result is approximately 4,290 hours. A day on Mars, called a sol, consists of about 24.7 hours. Thus, it would take around 174 sols to walk continuously around the Red Planet, equivalent to over 1/4 of a Martian year. One Martian year comprises 668.6 sols. However, of course, no one can walk continuously, no matter the planet. Despite carrying enough oxygen, water, food, and the ability to eat while walking, astronauts would still need to stop to sleep. If sleeping about 8 hours per night, the journey would require an additional 56 sols. If astronauts stop for 4 or 5 hours each sol for meals, rest, changing clothes, bathing, setting up and taking down camp, it would add another 35 sols. Thus, a more realistic estimate is that the journey would last at least 265 sols, about 40% of a Martian year. However, this estimate still does not account for other obstacles, such as rough terrain. Mars features numerous mountains, some higher than any on Earth, as well as valleys, canyons, and various challenging geological structures. Walking around Mars will not happen in the near future. While humans have walked around Earth, of course, it is not feasible to walk continuously due to the oceans dividing continents. Humans have only walked on a small portion of the Moon despite multiple visits. Walking too far and too long on Mars would also pose logistical challenges, such as carrying enough food, water, oxygen, and radiation protection. Yigit noted that the likelihood of humans walking around the entire Mars is very slim, but sending astronauts to the Martian surface still offers many advantages over rovers. According to him, robotic explorers are susceptible to dust affecting their mechanisms and encountering electrical problems. However, with astronauts, even if issues arise, they can still find solutions. As we come to the end of today's Science News podcast, we want to express our sincere gratitude to all our listeners for tuning in and supporting us. Your interest and engagement mean the world to us, and we're thrilled to have you with us on this journey of exploration and discovery. We hope you found today's episode informative and engaging, and we look forward to bringing you more fascinating stories and insights in future episodes. Be sure to subscribe to stay updated, and join us for our upcoming episodes. Thank you once again for being part of our community. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and we can't wait to reconnect with you in the next episode.